Come on now. Hey, calm down. Settle. Toby, settle. There we go. Come on. Hey. Stop a minute so I can button my coat. Hold on, Tobe. Hey. Hey, slow down. while we're on here. Oh, you cannot, can you? Sweating it out already. Never fails, I dress too warm. That's just because I don't want to get cold. Okay, let's try. Hey, let's try again. Let's keep moving, Tobe. No stopping. Nobody's out for Toby today. Nobody's looking for Toby today. What's going on? We're walking alone, Toby Dog. We walking alone, little buddy. This is for you, 0 millions. Whether they're 0 millions or 1 millions or 10 millions, we gotta do this walk. It doesn't matter to me. I'd like for there to be people watching, but sometimes there aren't, right? Now we gotta clean up after Tobes. Hold on, Toby. Hold on, little buddy. We gotta do the cleanup work. Almost. Okay, let's just make sure we don't step in it, right? That's the key. The key is not to step in it. And keep your mouth closed while you're picking it up. Keep your mouth closed, you don't have to taste it. Don't hold your breath and you don't have to smell it. But if you're breathing and you got your mouth open, you're gonna taste it. Yuck. Nobody wants to taste that. Yucky poo-poo. Yuck. Yuck, Toad. But at least it's not in our yard, right? And it's not in their yard. It's gonna make it to the trash. We got 1 millions in the building. How's it going, folks? We just had to make a stop to clean up after the boy. We had to get the purple bag out. You know, when you see the purple bag, you know what that means. It means it's time to clean poo. Come on, Toby. Come on, Toby. Come on, come on. Here, come on, leave it. Let's keep moving. Let's keep moving, buddy boy. We got a walk to complete. We got to complete our walk so Daddy can get to work and make some money, buy you some biscuits. Oh, he's such a precious dog. We keep walking by these same trees because it's down the street, and I show them every time. They still got leaves. They still got leaves. They'll be falling soon, though. Another cold snap, another night of freezing, or some rain. That'll take them right out of the tree. But they do look cool up there. Toby Dog, Toby Dog. Slow down, Bubba. Slow down. Slow, slow. Remember, the old man's got the leash. I'm walking extremely fast. I mean, you can see how fast we're moving. I'm not just walking, I'm speed walking. Keep this boy in motion. To keep up with him anyhow, because he moves. And I either walk fast or fight the leash that much harder. I don't like to fight the leash. Come on, come on. Hello, hello, world. Hello, world. How do you do? And here I said I wasn't going to be singing and dancing on YouTube. And here I am singing a tune. At least I'm just singing it to myself, right? It'll be on the replay, but nobody watches replays. So we're safe. We're safe to sing and dance. He's such a good boy. Let's keep moving. Let's keep moving, little buddy. Good morning, Ideal Eileen. How are you today? We are out on our walk, getting it done. Gotta get the miles in. Glad you come by. We've been talking to ourselves here for a while. Oops. There's another Old Glory flag. Awesome. I like to see the U.S. flags hanging all over. It makes you think maybe the people got the same mindset about making this country better. If we could just get rid of the politicians, if they could vote out the politicians and start over again with new people, we'd have something here. But people vote for the same political parties over and over and over again because they think they're giving them something for free when they're not. They're taking your freedom. But that's for a different time, different channel. Come on, Toby Dogs. Have a good day. Thanks, Eileen. I hope your day was great. Now you're headed into the evening. By the time I get back, you'll be on your live stream singing. I like that. If I had a voice, I'd sing too. But the story I've told since 7th grade is 6th grade, actually. Since 6th grade, we had to have choir class in school. You had to have music class. And when I was in middle school, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, we had to have cooking class, sewing class, singing class, music, all that good stuff. And during the choir class, the teacher would call on each kid individually and have them sing a certain thing, and should coach you up. But when it come to my turn to sing, I got in trouble. She thought I was goofing off, but I wasn't. I was just singing. I literally got in trouble. She thought I was giving her a hard time, but no, I can't carry a tune. And so it came to the teacher told me to just lip sync through class, not to sing, because I was wrecking it. So that's what I did. I had to lip sync. They wouldn't just let me stand there and be silent. I had to move my lips. Come on, Tobe. Come on, Tobe. I'm now eating dinner, then after I will be on my live stream. Yeah. When I get home, it usually works out that when I get home at 8 o'clock, you're coming on with your live stream. 8 o'clock my time. Well, that's 8 o'clock your time too. My time's AM, your time's PM. It works out. I try like heck to get out of the house before 7 a.m. because it'd be nice to be in the house before 8 a.m. But it doesn't work out that way. And then a lot of times I walk too far so when it's time to turn around, it's not the same amount of time home. It's a long ways home. I don't eat before I go, no. I don't want nothing to happen to my stomach while I'm out walking. In case my stomach gets upset from whatever I ate. You know what I mean. You just never know. So I don't eat before I leave the house. And then by the time I get home, it's time to start work. And so I got to turn on my computer and get my stuff together and start working. And then it's like, oh, what happened to breakfast? Oh, I'll eat breakfast at lunchtime. So then I don't eat till 1 o'clock or so. And it's like a pattern every day. It'd be different if I had a companion to cook for me like I used to. Now it's Toby and I, bachelors. Titlepro, Toby, and Tommy. The bachelors, the three dudes. There was a third dude, the other cat. You remember? You probably don't remember Ike Kitty. He passed away 3 weeks ago. 3 Mondays ago, I think it was. Oh, I buried him in the backyard where the rose bushes are, underneath the bird bath. Not the bird bath in the corner of the yard, but in the backyard. I got 2 bird baths. I keep saying we when it's just me. I can't get out of that habit. Toby, no, I don't even drink coffee or anything. I might have a sip of water or some orange juice before we walk out, but that's about it. I don't feed Toby either before we leave. Dogs pay attention more when they're hungry. And when we're out here, I want them to pay attention. Plus, I don't want him to get an upset stomach from running around right after he ate. So as soon as we walk in the house, he's ready to eat. And so is Tommy Cat. Tommy Cat will be standing there by the door. He can hear us coming, you know what I mean? So he runs to the door. As soon as I open the door, the cat's right there. And he's got to sniff Toby as Toby walks in. He sniffs all over Toby to see where Toby's been. That's funny because when I leave the house without Toby and I come home, Toby runs up and sniffs all over me to see where I've been. The cat does the same thing to Toby. Isn't that funny? Isn't that funny, little buddy? Hey. Hey, Lizzie Asha. How's it going? Welcome. Welcome to the stream, Lizzie. Here's our boy. Doing his thing, being a dog. Being a dog. All the leaves are down here. They're all crispy, super crispy now. Listen. They are super crispy. The wind's been blowing, so the leaves got really dry. It rained. When did it rain? We got kind of like a snow, a little mini blizzard yesterday morning. It was Saturday. It was only for maybe 10 minutes. It was so quick. It happened so quick that I couldn't even get my phone out and get it recording. all of a sudden there was a dark cloud over us, and it just came down sideways, and it wasn't regular snow. It was like pellets, like hail, but not hail. It was snow pellets, and it came down sideways, and it came down fast and furious. It was crazy. Toby was in the back of the truck. I had the back end open, and I was taking stuff out of the truck, and I walked back there, and shoot, the back end of my truck in like half a minute got full of snow. It was coming down that hard and that fast. Crazy. I couldn't even get a video of it. It would have made a great short. It was literally coming down sideways. Here's where that snowman was the other day. I made a short the other day out of a video, out of a, what do you call it, a live stream. We were walking down the rail trail here, and we came up and there was a snowman right here. That short is going crazy. In the first 3 days? By the third day, it was over 2,000 views. It hit really fast too. You know, like at first, the first few hours there were no views. There's where it was standing. But then after that, it just exploded. I call them my money shorts, even though we don't make money off them. I've got one short that's like 19,000 views, and for me, that's a lot. For me, that's a whole lot. That's my toppest view. My most, how you say it? Highest viewed thing so far. We're out walking in the neighborhood. Everything's fine here. It's all good. Toby's actually behaving. There's no squirrels or rabbits out this morning for some reason, which is a good thing. Because he's not, oh, there goes a squirrel. I spoke too soon. He didn't see it though. I'm sure he will. I've got to look through the last couple live streams because I can cut some shorts out of those when he took off after squirrels a couple times. Just about pull me down. Whew. It was 34 degrees again when we left the house this morning. That's like 1 degree, 2 degrees Celsius. We go by Fahrenheit here in the U.S. This is my pet peeve, people that park across the sidewalk. Look at that. Now, if I was in a wheelchair, how the hell am I going to get around that? If I was in a wheelchair, how do I get around that? Jackasses. If I was in a wheelchair, how do I get around that? Jackasses at 1307. Hey, hey. Hey, hey. Title, will you visit my home? Oh, do you live here? Do you live around here, Lizzie? We'll come by. These trees here still have their leaves, even though there's a bunch on the ground. Toby! Boy, that tree is knotty. Look at all the bumps on it. If they were out on the branches, you know when you see a branch with a big bump on it, it's called a burl. And wood turners, the people that do woodworking and make stuff, make art or whatever, they pay big money for those. When you see a big knot up in the tree branch, big circle, big round knot, they're usually not like round. But when you see one of those, I don't see any right now. There was one of the trees in my yard, and I watched that for 40 years. I watched that burl. I've lived in my house for 42 years. For 40 years, I watched that burl grow, you know. And then when the city came and they cut the tree down because it was between the sidewalk and the curb and it was old and dying. They come to cut it down. Luckily, I was home. And right when they got there, I pointed it to them. I said, I want that. And they're like, sure, sure. And I watched them cut the whole tree down. And they got to my burl. They even cut it real nice for me. The branches, you know what I mean? They didn't like leave it on a big long branch. They cut both ends of it so it'd be just right. And I got my burl. It's in the garage drying. That was, a year ago or 2 years ago. I can't remember when they came. 2 years ago. So it's been in the garage a whole year. Drying out. I'll let it get really dry. I'm no woodworker, but maybe there's something I can do with it. I'm definitely not going to sell it or give it away. Something I've had my eye on for 40 years. You know now that I'm an old guy, I have lots of thoughts about, what happens to your stuff when you die. Over here, they have rummage sales. Your relatives will come, and the people will take what they want. That's if the kids let them or the wife lets them. If the wife's still alive, usually she only gives away the husband's clothes, fishing equipment, hunting gear, stuff like that. But when you die and you don't have a spouse left, your kids don't care about your stuff. They might come and take some family pictures, the things hanging on the wall, but the little boxes of trinkets. I'll get a little box of trinkets I've been hauling around since, 1974, 1973. I've got this little box of trinkets that no one's ever seen. And I know what's going to happen to it when I die. I treasured that little box full of trinkets and pictures from childhood. I've treasured it for 50 years. But you know what's going to happen to it when I pass? You know what's going to happen, Toby? Wait, come on back. Back up. It's just going to get tossed in the trash. The people probably won't even look at the pictures. Or know what they definitely won't know what the trinkets represent. They won't know what all the little pieces, what was made, what was found. My trinket box has stuff I made, stuff I found, little things that were given to me, and pictures of childhood friends. No one in my family knows who those people are. They have no clue. All that stuff will get thrown out. That's what happens when you die. Everything you worked for. Well, if you worked for something good and you got something good, people will take that for sure. You got a big bank account. Oh, that'll be gone. People will care about that big bank account. They'll care about them cars in the driveway. They'll care about the hunting equipment. They'll care about the tools. But the things that matter to you the most, nobody's ever going to care about. Isn't that something? Isn't that something? I've treasured that little box of treasures for like 50 years, 51 years. Nobody knows what's in it. And when I'm gone, it'll just be gone. Might as well bury it with me, right? That's an idea. That way I'll know if I put it in my will. This way I'll know what became of it. I'll know it didn't get tossed in the trash. Road closed, but watch, these guys are going to go through it anyway. Go ahead. People are crazy. Road closed, they still go through it. She ain't coming here to work. She's just driving through. Road closed. Yeah, that happens to everybody, Lizzie. All my mom's stuff like that, my mom's in her 80s. And all my mom's little treasures like that, I've seen. And I know what they are. Because I cared to see and I cared to know what they are, you know? We would go through her boxes of pictures when I was a kid and the photo albums when we were little. And look at every photo, and she'd tell us who they were. And then when I was, I don't know, mid 30s, late 20s, mid 30s, she had my sister and I come over, and we went through all the albums and the boxes of photos, and we split them up into two separate boxes, one for my sister and one for me, and to be ours when she passes, you know. I guess it's a generational thing. My kids, they never wanted to see none of that stuff. I don't think my kids ever I've never seen my kids with the photo albums out when they were young. Okay, come on. So I'll have my mom's photos if she passes before me. And then when I pass, I'll have her stuff and my stuff. My sister already passed. And then when I pass, they'll just throw all that stuff away. Isn't that crazy? Right now, I've got some of her heirlooms, like leather sweaters. She had leather sweaters from high school. She's in her 80s now. She had leather sweaters, but not for sports. She had them for smarts. She was one of those all A students. Hey, Priscilla. I'm just rambling. How are you today, Priscilla? We're out doing our thing. We're on the way back home right now. I don't think we're gonna make our hour today. I didn't charge the phone overnight. And I had it on because I was monitoring my live stream. I run an overnight live stream. You guys have probably seen it. But I gotta monitor it somehow. So I monitor it from bed. Whoops. You guys don't want to see that. I use my cell phone. Okay. I gotta make a cleanup here, folks. It's purple bag time. Fun. The problem is, look at all the leaves. How do you find it in those leaves, right? How do you find what you're looking for? Whoops, in these leaves. Let's see. I don't have any place to set you down at either. You know what I'll do? I'm gonna stick you in my pocket. The screen might go blank for a second because you're in my pocket. But I gotta put my phone somewhere. There we go. Just hold tight, folks. I'll talk you through it so nobody gets scared. And I gotta look around because as it falls in the leaves, you can't see it. There's no way to see what the dog just did. Okay. I think I got it. Wait. Now we got to deal with tying it up and throwing it away in the package. Tie it up. I keep a Ziploc in my pocket so I can throw these poop bags in there because they stink. Even when you tie them up nice and tight, plastic does not hold certain smells. So I put it in a Ziploc before I put it in my pocket. I need to get like a leather man bag that's just for walking with Toby. There we go. I used to carry a nylon one, and I carried a ball and a frisbee and some water and a water bowl. And that was when I used to walk Charlie Boy, the dog before Toby. But I don't carry that anymore because I was carrying it the day we got hit, and I can't carry it no more. It's actually hanging on the wall in my bedroom with all the toys in it still. Everything that was in it that day, still in it. I was never able to wear the shoes again. The clothes, no. I folded them up and put them in a bag. I've never worn none of that stuff ever again. Toby's never played with those dogs. Oh, I take it back. I took the football out of there. Toby plays with Charlie Boy's football. But that's it. The rest of the stuff's still in the bag. That anniversary, that's a 3-year anniversary, was last month. We got hit crossing the main street up ahead about 6 blocks. And we got hit by a pickup truck when we were crossing the street at the corner. The guy went through the stop sign. He was in a hurry. And he turned right into us, ran the dog over, hit me. I went flying. Come on, Bubba. Let's see, what time is it? Oh, we got about 20 more minutes, Tobe. We're gonna have to turn a corner. We can't quite go home yet. We try to get that whole hour in, everybody does the same. Get the full hour in. How are you today, Priscilla? How was your day? Now, was the graduation, that was this weekend? I had the video on, of the preparation video. I've got one laptop it's an old Windows 10 laptop, and it wasn't able to get upgraded. No, it's a Windows 8. It hasn't been used in a long time, years and years, but I turned it on, and I use it as my ninja machine. Everything's erased out of it. There's no name in there nowhere. There's no programs. All there is the Windows so you can get online. And it's got a VPN running on it all the time. So it's a truly ninja machine. You know what I mean? Totally untraceable. And that's what I use. But the only thing is, you cannot type on it. When you're not signed into YouTube, you can't type. Anytime you go to hit a thumbs up or type a hello, it tells you got to sign in. But the watch hours count, even when you're not signed in. So that's what I call that, my ninja machine. And I play playlists on that all day, all night. Oh, you're driving. You're on your way to the graduation ceremony today. Oh, okay. So this weekend was the preparation. The weekend was the preparation to go. There's another house right there. 2 houses that block the sidewalk. Oh, it drives me insane. Because we walk on all these blocks, Drives me insane. And I don't know why the police don't write them tickets. When I was a kid, they would write you a ticket for that. I've gotten letters in the mail before from the city telling me that I'm parking too close to the corners, things like that. You know what I mean? You can't park there. My neighbor got a letter from from the city one year. He had backed his truck up alongside his garage because the snowplows were coming through. And he got a letter like the next day telling him you can't park a vehicle there like that. Isn't that crazy? But these other vehicles, abandoned vehicles blocking the driveway, they don't say nothing to him. Crazy. There was a business over here that continually blocked the sidewalk. I went in one day and I told him, hey, you guys are blocking the sidewalk, and it's every day. Blocking the sidewalk every day. The lady at the counter just laughed. I'm like, God dang. Hey. So you're driving. How are the roads? Are you on a regular highway or on your... Hey, where are you supposed to be? Where are you supposed to be? Get back here. Try again. Where are you supposed to be? Where are you supposed to be? Come on. Oh, it's a slow day for YT. I had a decent crowd overnight. I got up at 2 o'clock and 2 a.m. and said hi to everybody. And then again at 5:30. My morning crowd hasn't been around in a while. Usually quite a few people here on the morning walks. Maybe with all those live streams I'm putting on, YT doesn't want to see me anymore. On a highway, I'm in a public transport. Oh, like a cab, a bus, truck. I get you. How long is the ride for? Is it hours? I know you told me yesterday, or you told me 2 days ago that it's quite a distance. To get to the school. Keep forgetting to point the camera at Toby. And for all the time that we were walking to begin with, it's always been pointed at Toby. But this last couple weeks, I've been pointing it forward. I don't know why. Probably from doing the driving videos, watching forward. Hey, slow down. We call them buses here in Kenya. It's going to take 12 hours to get there. Oh my goodness. So it's a 2-day trip. You're going to get there and you're going to stay the night and then come home tomorrow? That's my guess. Or are you going to be on the road for 24 hours? Oh my goodness. Dang, Priscilla. That must be a good school to send her that far. To go through that. You will be there tomorrow. Oh, it's an overnight trip. Gotcha. Hey. Knock it off, Toby. You're going to keep it up? We're not going to walk. You have to sit at home all day. Oh, that guy just ran a straight out stop sign. Didn't even stop. Come on. He didn't even stop at the last stop sign. Straight through it. Wow. I'm glad we weren't crossing the street then. These people here, they don't care. They don't care. Oh, but he stopped at the next one. Wow, and then when you travel back, will you travel overnight again? I guess that makes it easier. You can fall asleep on the public transport. You can sleep on the bus, or is it not safe to sleep on the bus? That's quite a distance. 12 hours here. Here we'd probably grab a plane for 12 hours. I'd have to grab an airplane. You know, I used to have a driving job back in 2016. I think it was from 2014 to 2016. I work in the oil and gas industry normally, but there's ups and downs. You know, when the price of oil drops, the end of the industry I was in would just fall apart, and there'd be no work. So but it's cyclical. It happens, and then the oil comes back. The price of oil comes back, and it stabilizes, and everybody goes back to work. And then it drops again, and everybody's laid off again. That's the way. You just got to be ready to do other things. But anyhow, I took a driving. It was called a hot shot delivery, they called it, where you picked up your package wherever it was and you delivered it straight through, no matter how far it was. Like if it was cross town or the next state over, you're fine. But many times, my deliveries were like from Detroit to Laredo, Texas, over 30 hours of straight driving, and they wouldn't let us stop. You had to drive that whole 30 hours. I think it was 32 or 33 hours. I had to drive the whole thing straight through with nonstop. Yeah, it was because it was quicker. It was quicker than putting it on an airplane or something. You know what I mean? I'm checking my pocket. I thought I had a piece of candy. My throat's really dry because it's cold and dry here. I used to make that run all the time from Detroit to Laredo, and then Laredo back to Detroit. It was insane. I would get to there, and I'd sleep for a day or two. Literally sleep at a truck stop inside the delivery van till I got my next load, and then turn around and head back. It was insane. That wasn't the only long ones I had like that. One time I went from like Massachusetts to Laredo. It was crazy. Yeah, traveling's tiresome. When I was a kid, we rode on the Greyhound buses a lot when we traveled. And it was something that would take you a day to drive. Takes 2 days on the bus because they got to stop at every town, let people off, get people on, all that kind of stuff. One time, my number 2 son went to visit his grandma, and he insisted on riding the bus. He was like 16. It was safe. And 17, maybe he was 17. And he rode the bus like 4 states over. And it took him something, it would have been a 1-day drive to drive from there, like 10 hours. But it took him 2 days to get there because the buses stop at every town. Let people off, let people on. Assad Danger Brand's in the building. Priscilla, you know Assad, don't you? Assad, you know Priscilla? She's an East Coast Kenya girl. She lives on near the coast. Are you not within walking distance of the water, Priscilla? I think we had this conversation. You could walk to the water, the ocean. All is good, Assad. All is well. We're headed back to the house right now. I'm at 12%. Hopefully we make it. Hopefully we make it. We've got about 7 minutes till our 1 hour's up. That laptop froze up again last night during last night's live stream. And it was, not only did the window open that had the YouTube studio in it froze, it froze black screen. But the UBS froze also. And I couldn't do anything. The UBS finally came back on, but the window that the the YouTube studio window, that was black, no controls, no nothing, from like 2:30 in the morning until well, I saw it at 2:30. I don't know if it happened before that. It probably did. But from 2:30 until I shut her down at 7, it was a black screen. So on a different computer, I opened up the YT Studio, and I was able to. You can turn, what do you call it? How you say it? You could press the button that says end stream. You can end the stream from a different laptop if you got the YT Studio open. And last night I tested that theory to see if I could close the window on the computer that was running the OBS and have the YT Studio open on a different computer. And I couldn't. The minute I closed the YT Studio on the computer that the OBS was running, it closed the whole stream down. But knowing that you can end the stream remotely, that's a big deal there. That's a game changer, because if I can end the stream from my phone, that means I can run the stream, whatever I'm running at home, I can actually leave and without worrying. Because I left once before to give a ride, and when I was on my way back from dropping a person off, the live stream died. What's this say? Some files destroyed. That's why, bro, you face this problem. Sometimes I also do this. I use my phone to stop stream. Oh, okay. I didn't know you could. Because I looked all over the YT Studio for the mobile, and I didn't see anywhere where you can control the stream. Is there a button in there somewhere to push where you can control the stream on your phone? Or are you doing a remote access? That's what I was looking at yesterday, was that remote access. I'm no YT or IT guy. I'll have to have one of the kids look at it for me to make the house computers on one, what do they call it? One, so I can talk to both house computers from my phone. If you want to remote your YT Studio in mobile, then don't install from Play Store or Apple. Where do you install it from? Open Google Chrome and your phone and log into YT Studio. Okay. Is there a way to save it so I can find it quick? Can you make an icon for it or something? Or is that something, am I thinking something different? I did not know that. There's so many things I don't know. A lot of things I'm figuring out, like last night, I'm trying to figure out how to run that OBS without very many apps open. So I started the video from inside the OBS app, and my media player never opened up, but my media player was running because it said it was media player. But the app never opened up on the screen. So I thought I was conserving resources, but it still made my computer shut down. At first the YT Studio screen was frozen, but then it went black. So I probably need to reinstall something. Yesterday I ran a scan on it to check everything, and it said everything was fine. I'm trying to think what brand it is. I used to buy Hewlett Packards all the time, HPs, but this one I bought different. It's a Lenovo. And I ran the Lenovo test thing that tests everything, and it said everything was fine. There was nothing messed up, but it's still crashing. You just simply log in your YouTube, then the interface is like the laptop. Oh, wow. Wow. What I can't wait for is when I get my remote thing set up for my phone, where I can see the whole computer. Then I'd be able to switch videos, change music, all kinds of things, and shut down when it melts down. there's a lot to this stuff. There's a lot to it. You know, even when it's not live, when I'm streaming loops, I want it to be interesting. You know what I mean? But I don't want people to think that it's live. That's the thing. I don't want people to think that I'm trying to be sneaky. I want them to be able to recognize that it's a computer live stream. You know what I mean? And it's not an actual live stream. That's why I ran those tickers yesterday, and I put my channel page on there. I don't want people to think it's live, because then they'll be wondering every time you're on, even when I'm walking the dog live, they'll be wondering, is this guy live? Soon I'll buy a new PC and have two. I'll give you a remote of my PC. Just free from hospital. Oh. Yeah, look, we'll get all that in due time. We got all kinds of time. We want everybody healthy first. We're not rushing into anything. I'd like to try the streaming thing out where you stream your game on my channel, but on one of my back channels, to see how it works on my Titlepro TV channel. Because eventually I want that. You know what I want for that Titlepro TV channel? I want to play other people's content and promote other people's channels. I was telling Anastasia and Helen the one day that it's like network TVs has shows that come on different days of the week. It'd be neat to have a different show for every day of the week from contributors. You know what I mean? Like one day a week I have you guys video gaming, you and your buddies. Another day of the week, somebody else is doing something. Another day of the week, somebody else is doing something. That's what I'd like to do with it. I'm sure it won't happen that way, because then you'd have to believe that whoever's sending you their video hasn't posted it somewhere else. You know what I mean? That would be the tough part. So it would have to be live streaming stuff. Singing, that'd be great. Mama Bolga could come sing for us. Helen could cook something for us live. Anyhow, we're at the end of our walk, folks. And we got to the end. It's time for me to head inside and get to work. Get busy. Cook some eggs or something. I got eggs, I got tortillas. Toby wants that wild water. He wants the wild water out of the bird bath. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, we'll put him on. Look at Toby. He likes that wild water. Anyhow, folks, I'm going to say goodbye now. It's time for me to get in the house, get busy. We got our hour walk in this morning, and it's cold. It's not like hurting cold, but it's cold. You wouldn't want to be not dressed right. So with that, I'm going to say goodbye. Y'all be cool. I'll see you in the streets, and thank you for coming by. Is it water? Yeah, I call it wild water. It's bird bath water. The birds have been in there dancing. Rainwater. That's what Toby likes. He drinks out of the rivers, out of the streets, out of everywhere. That's what he likes. I guess it's got flavor, like different flavors of soda pop. Yes, Title, you have a pet channel. We will make animal lovers paint jobs for your channel, like Toby. Food truck for all types of food. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Yep. 4 videos a month, is that enough? And then from that stuff you can always cut shorts out. Can you cut? They give you the opportunity. Don't they make 5-minute highlights from videos, where from live streams you get those shorts? I don't remember how it works, but I've got a live stream that I wanted 5 minutes out of, but it's only letting me take 1 minute. for a short. It won't let me take a 5-minute clip out of it to make a highlight. Anyhow, I'll talk to you guys later. Y'all be cool. We'll see you on the streets. If you know Ideal Eileen, she comes on right now, and she's got a little variety show. She does some singing and just chatting with the people. She's pretty cool. She's good people. You'll see her on this channel all the time. That's where I'm going to go. I'll watch a little bit of her till Anastasia Blessed comes on at 10:30. Well, y'all be cool, and we'll see ya. We'll see you next time. We'll see you tomorrow. Yep, Toby's relaxing. He'll go out in the backyard. See the little fence back there? He'll go back there and relax till about noon, 1 o'clock. Game over, yep. Y'all be cool. We'll see ya. Bye.